Hello, hello. Oh, Jacob caught me there. Caught me red-handed. Hi. Thank you for tuning into the Renee Allen and Friends show right here on WLVS Radio, the largest online radio broadcast in the United States. Right across from HU. You know, yes. My niece Shayna graduated from there. Hey, welcome, y'all. It's a beautiful evening in the nation's capital. We have a fantastic show for you. And I wanted to start off by just saying our sponsor, Navetica, Your Pet's Choice. This phenomenal genius here, Dr. Lance London, I've known for a few decades, and this man is integrity-driven, oh my goodness, just a networking guru, wonderful man of God, and he is launching Your Pet's Choice, Navetica, which is a free app which you can download and give you all types of revolutionary and innovative products and services for your furry loved one. So I am a part of that. I am so proud of it. We will be launching the products soon. I'll just say soon. We'll be before the end of the year, and we're so ecstatic. So thank you, Dr. Lance London, for your support and for this wonderful once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, so you know, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So ladies, we got to check the boobies. Come on now. Do we have that? 2 boobs? My goodness. Well, you know, I'm making it fun, and I'm making it, you know, just a little bit a joke about it, but it's no joke. You know, it's very, you can save your life by just detecting it early. And so unfortunately, women of color, for some reason, you know, detect the second, third, and sometimes the 4th stage. So that means we're not doing a good enough job. So I have a wonderful friend to the show, Taluda Anderson, who is going to be giving all kinds of 2 boobs for you events all throughout the DC metro area. And so I'll keep you abreast of that. But you can go to Tallulah. She used to work at BET. She's a good friend of mine. She's a good friend of the show. And I want you to live longer and check yourself on a regular basis, okay? Is that a deal? All right. Also, I wanted to give a few birthday shout-outs. First of all, I am so sorry, Susan Small, when I could not make it to your birthday. It's just my calendar's so crazy, but I want to say happy birthday. I heard it was beautiful at Macy's. You gave a $10,000 check to our girl for cancer. We will survive cancer, and you're just all that in a bag of chips. Also, Nakia, my girl, Lady Nakia Wright, co-host to my show every 3rd Wednesday. She and her husband, Bishop Donald A. Wright of The Gathering out in Forestville, Maryland, had not only his birthday, but their anniversary, their wedding anniversary, and she's so dear to my heart. So a few bells for you, girl. And lastly, Dr. Jennifer Jones, I saw it was your birthday on Facebook today, and I can't believe we haven't talked in a couple of weeks, but happy birthday to all of you, okay? All right. Congratulations also to my girl and also original co-host of the show, Karen Marie Alston of the Spectrum Circle. She is having a first of her inaugural dinner series, which will start here in the Washington, D.C. area. And she's such a class act. So I'm so sorry I'm not there, Karen. I will be at the next one, God willing. I wanted to just show you something that just occurred. There she is. That's my girl. And she actually had Sheila Johnson, before she opened up the Salamander. Karen had that event down near Tony and Joe's on the, I guess, waterfront of Georgetown. And she just has the most wonderful events, and I was her MC for that event. That picture was so beautiful. It was her, Bob Johnson and Sheila Johnson's son was actually debuting his fashion line at Neiman Marcus. And I mean, it just was all that. So I hope you're still doing great, and everyone's buying all of your garments and designs. Let's show a small or short video of what happened. You know, I'm a part of Sisters for Sisters Network, and those ladies are no joke. They are helping women to connect all over the world, and it was their 16th anniversary, our Sweet 16, and I was so honored to be a part of that. I did not plan it. I can't get any credit for that, but the ladies are in the house. Where are you? Yes, I can't hear you. To tell you all about it. But meanwhile, before you see them, check out this video.
have Terry Tabor.
Welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends show. Wow, we're having a lot of fun here, huh, ladies?
Oh, yes.
I am so excited. I've been with these ladies
girl.
for going on 8 years. So half of those 16 years, I have been so privileged to be a part of this wonderful organization. And this lady right next to me, it was my friend of mine years and years before I even became a part of Sister for Sisters Network, which was through Afro-American newspaper and the late Sheila Stewart. Yes. So when she brought me there, we just connected, and I haven't left them yet, and I'm not going anywhere. I'll be leaving kicking. Right? So let's get to what's going on, because this past Sunday at the Overdue Recognition Art Gallery in Bowie, Maryland, we had a blast. And I want to turn this over to Peggy to tell you a little bit about it, and then to the chair, and then to one of the bystanders in the second row. Peggy Morris!
Ooh, what can I say? Actually, we were celebrating our 16th anniversary. 16, okay? Not 6, 16. Yeah. And Sharon and a group of the ladies in the organization got together as the chair of this committee to make it happen. And to have art meet fashion at the Overdue Recognition Art Gallery, I can't say no more. It was amazing. And I just say, kudos to the sisters who stepped up to the plate to make it happen. The food was superb. I must say, I got to give credit to Jackie Thompson.
Come on, Jackie.
Got to give her credit for the venue. And I have to give credit to the sisters who showed up and supported. Yes.
Well, thank you, Peggy Morris. I mean, she's so humble. This one right here, I mean, she's, she can't go anywhere. George Frazier must be around here somewhere, because she can't go nowhere without Dr. George Frazier.
That is my partner in crime. I don't care what nobody say, and his wife knows about it too. So
she's such a sweetheart, such a gem.
She is.
Yeah. So thank you, Peggy, because you just keep this thing, this train rolling. You know.
I got to.
Well, you can introduce that beautiful fashionista next to you if you'd like to.
This is my partner in crime. Believe it or not, Sharon and I go way back. We were both at Morgan State University back in the 70s. In the 70s, yeah. And Sharon didn't know me, but I knew her, and only because Sharon was always dressed. I never saw her in jeans. Not
no,
once.
That's right.
I wore jeans.
Okay. Cow jeans. And it was just amazing. We reconnected maybe over 25 years. Would you say 25 years?
Probably so.
Yeah, at Dr. Willie Jolly's workshop that he had in D.C. back in 2002. Yes. So as a result of that, and in short, I had moved from Baltimore to D.C. because I had a job offer, and as a result of that, I lost my network in Baltimore. So I had to recreate a new network, all right? And Sharon, I didn't think about this until today, but Sharon, you're actually the reason why I built my network is because the four of us came together and made it happen.
Wow. Yeah. It was magic, yeah. It was meant to be. I think that was the forming of Sisters for Sisters Network. It's like that was the beginning, and now we're just rolling, and so much is going on. We started the organization so that we could help create something that's going to help all of us in our businesses, and it's just evolved into so much more. Yeah. And we've had over 500 women come through the organization, and it's just been a phenomenal experience, and I am so proud to be a part of it, and to be one of the founders, and just helping things move right along. So,
and this is the right season. I think women are getting it, and they understand that they cannot do it alone, that they're going to have to come together and connect with some other sisters to make it happen.
Yes, ma'am. And I want to get back to Sharon for a moment, because Sharon, I was backstage and I watched how you juggled those balls. And I just want you to talk to the entrepreneurs who are watching out there and who will be watching the tape episode, and talk to them about what it takes to really have a production go successfully.
Oh, wow. It's so much. And like you said, tossing a lot of balls, that's for sure. That's probably an understatement, And it just seems like Murphy was really alive that day. I'm telling you, everything that you could think of that could go wrong. Prior to the show, I mean, the good news is that nobody knew, other than the ones backstage, as to what
things don't go way as opposed to
I
going
know.
to be excellent.
Come
on now,
I was
Wyoming.
sort of feeling
it to go perfectly.
Oh,
That's what
absolutely.
happens.
Because I kept feeling, it's like things were going too smoothly. I said, oh my God, what's going to go wrong? And it's like, you just would not believe it. But it was just a phenomenal coming together. The committee was committed.
Yes.
And they jumped in. They did their parts. And, I'm just so proud of our sisters.
Yeah.
For
Feel
helping
free to
bring it
mention the
together.
committee members
Yeah.
because I know they did a lot of work and
Oh,
received
gosh, and I
awards that
told you to bring
evening.
the program so I don't forget
Yeah.
everybody. But it's like,
It's Gloria O'Neal
Yeah,
is one.
Yeah, Terry Tabor,
Terry
Gloria
Tabor.
O'Neal, Lakey Forrest Cosby,
Linda
and
Marshall.
Linda Marshall. Were part of the committee, and they all helped this whole thing happen. And basically, we just sort of, delegated different things to do. But because I had done fashion shows for so many years, because I had a boutique, Metamorphosis Wardrobe and Accessories Boutique in Silver Spring, I used to do a lot of fashion shows. I did 4 a year
Yes.
just for the store.
Yeah.
And then I was also participating in a lot of fashion shows because of the boutique, and I have produced fashion shows. So it was something, that's in my blood, and it's sort of like, you sort of do it with your eyes closed, but at the same token, there's
Still the
always those,
same, yeah.
even though they all have the same components, no matter what size, the show is, it still has the same logistics of what you have to pull together. And the designers, of course, you can't have a fashion show without fashion.
They were amazing.
So, we had some phenomenal designers in the show.
I invited some of them here tonight, but I guess it was last minute.
Oh, sure, I can understand.
Yeah.
Well, we had what was some of them? We had Expressions by Terry.
Terry.
She had the silk paint on silk garments that was just phenomenal.
Yes,
We
super
had
beautiful.
Forever Treasures. That's Janice and Raymond
Yes.
Stouffer, and we had Critique Boutique.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Tony
Tony.
Foster.
Come on now, Tony.
And yours truly, Metamorphosis, had some items in the show, and we had Distinctive Accessories and Apparel. Dolores
I loved
Lashley.
her.
Oh my God, her
Yeah,
stuff
I
was
loved
just
her.
phenomenal. And we even had the Wilburn sisters
Yes.
garments that were in the show
California,
from
right?
Atlanta and California.
I love them as
Absolutely.
well. Yeah.
And Fordham Rowe knew an upcoming designer, which was
That was
real.
sexy.
Oh my gosh, yeah, she was so awesome.
Yeah, I invited her so she
Yeah.
could meet the Urban
Yeah.
League that are here tonight, the millennials.
Oh, too cool.
Because they
Urban
do
League is
so
in the
many
house.
things, and I thought that
Yeah.
maybe they could connect, so maybe another time.
Absolutely. And of course, none other than Euphrasie Couture Designs. Euphrasie is
Yes.
so phenomenal with her.
Yes.
High fashion, one of a kind, because she does custom designs.
Yeah.
So
Well, it was amazing.
It was really a nice mix. And I was
Yeah.
so proud in how it all came together,
Yeah.
because, just like you said, behind the scenes, it just looks so chaotic and it looks like, oh my God, is this going to really happen? Is this
Well, there
gonna
were a
go
lot of
smoothly?
professionals.
Yeah.
Professionals were back there,
Yes,
and that was the key.
Yeah, and I always have a troop to call my girls, and you were one of them, Renee, because like we had
Come on now.
with the fashions, the models were phenomenal, the
They were.
designers were
Yeah.
phenomenal, and even the volunteers from the organization, the Sisters for
Yeah.
Sisters Network.
Oh, and who
we
did the
had
jewelry?
we had some debut. Oh, Eunice,
That
thank you for reminding
jewelry.
me.
Yes.
Yeah, Eunice did was it Eunice Fashions?
Yeah.
There's a
or
piece I
Fashions by
love.
Eunice, I think it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, she has some beautiful jewelry, and she adorned all the outfits. So everything is just really came
really
together
was.
very nicely. I was very proud.
Yeah,
I was proud of you too, but let me ask somebody who was in the audience and see what it really looked like. Wyoming Paris of "Thou Sing My Soul." Is that what I say it right? Then sings my soul. Come on now. He's the producer of that wonderful play. What did you think about the event?
God, words can't express how awesome. I didn't know what to expect. But I really enjoyed, because I haven't been to a good fashion show in some years. So I really enjoyed that, and I believe and know that we're going to have another one
Oh yes.
next year. And you should.
Start
It should be an
planning it now.
annual fashion
Right,
show.
yeah.
Yes, it
Oh,
really
absolutely.
should. These ladies, baby, were awesome. And they came in all sizes, shapes, all that. And they wore it
Representing
to
all,
the
yeah.
perfection. Everyone that stepped out, all those ladies, including you, Miss Dr. Renee.
Yes.
Renee worked it, baby.
Sharon tried to work me to
Girl,
my
you
bones.
worked it.
Renee, tell me about you. Woke up, she was sick. I was like
She was
panicking.
sick,
I said,
yeah.
Renee, you gotta get well. You gotta do this. I could say, okay. She said, well, I gotta do all the things. I said, okay, we'll start with a few, but just come, just get up. Okay, just take your time.
Yes,
just come on. You
girl.
gotta be here. You gotta do this. You gotta do
And
this.
look,
So,
Sharon,
yeah, it
I have to give a
worked out.
formal
Yeah.
apology to Lady Dakir Wright and Bishop Wright because I was so
Yeah.
sick till about 1:30 and I missed their anniversary and birthday. So I'm gonna make it up to y'all because y'all know y'all my booze. folks. But yes, I could not let y'all down. But I felt better about 1:30. Of course, I got there a little late, but we had a blast, and I'm glad I could do so.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Love you.
I love y'all too. So we have a guest. I'm going to call our guest, right?
Yes.
Talk about that, Wyoming, for a minute while I get her on the phone. Oh,
Sure. Definitely. Before we get her on, I want to thank you first, Renee, for having us on.
Yes, ma'am.
But on a sincere note, we know that you said earlier, this is the awareness of breast cancer and domestic violence, as well as
Yes.
bullying that many of us don't know. But I want to just say to our women, we can win in every area of our
Yes.
lives.
Yes.
You can beat cancer and you can defeat domestic violence.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
yes,
so
ma'am.
I just wanted to put that out there and
Hello?
encourage our sisters. So
Oh, there
this
she
lady
is.
who we have on the line, I thought I'd throw that out there till we get Lolita Snipes. Are you on the line, dear?
Hi,
Hi,
Lolita.
how are you?
Yes, we are great. We're just getting ready to just introduce. I'm lending this time that we have a short period of time, but I want to let everyone know that Lolita Snipes is having the most wonderful and awesome stage play that's coming at the Warner Theater this weekend, Friday and Saturday, again at the Warner Theater. Oh, yes.
Yes.
So, yeah, girl, we are excited. But I do want to put this plug in. Do we have Trina Braxton on the line as well?
Actually, I have Tamika Scott. We are in rehearsal, and she is in scene, but I have Tamika Scott here. I'm going to let her give y'all a shout out.
Okay, hi Tamika. How are you,
Hello.
Tamika? What's going on, girl? How are you?
Hey, I'm great. So ready to come there and turn it out for
I
y'all
know
city.
you are. Well, I want to let Lonita come in and give us some information and plug this awesome production. What's going on, Lolita?
Did we lose it?
Oh,
Lolita.
yes, we
that
are
Lolita?
just excited about coming to the Warner Theater this weekend for 3 big shows, Friday night and 2 shows on Saturday. And we are just looking forward to turning DC out, I tell you.
Ooh, well, Lolita, this is Renee of the Renee Allen and Friends show in Wyoming. Called me and she said, you have got to have them on the show. And so they were coming on. And so, we, just like we network with everyone else, we're networking with you.
That's right.
We want to make sure the
Thank you.
viewers...
I certainly appreciate it. Sister needs some help.
You are so welcome, and we want to make sure the viewers support you and the shows this weekend. So, anything you want to tell us about the show? Just a little hint to get us our blood going.
Well, it's an all-star cast. It stars who you just talked to, Miss Tamika Scott from Escape, Trina Braxton, Miss Angie Stone. We have comedians, Tony Tone. So it is an all-star cast, I tell you. And we are in rehearsal right now, getting ready to come. We've done some press today, and I tell you, DC, get ready to laugh out of your seat. Bring your tissue because it's inspirational. It has a message. It's a conscious comedy. And, it's just about relationships. It's about just a human relationship between friends, between lovers, and ultimately the love of God that he has for all
Glory
of us.
to God. Awesome. Well, let me ask you, Lolita, what is this your first play? I'm not sure. I didn't do my due diligence with the short notice, but is this your first play?
No, this is actually, I've done a couple of plays. I used to be drama minister at a...
Yes.
And my first national tour was with a play called Good God Almighty, and it starred Melba Moore. So this is my second time around, and we've had some great talent and some great national stars in it, and we're just trying to make our way around the country, one city at a time.
Yes. What inspired you for this play?
Well, I believe that life imitates art, and then art imitates life. And so between the experiences that I've had in my own relationship and the experiences that some of my friends have had, I sort of weaved a bunch of stories together to make it one fluid story. And I think it's something that we all can relate to as women, falling for the wrong guy and the right guy being right there, and you don't really see him because we're looking for love in all the wrong places.
My God.
Well, I'm excited.
is
I am
so well
so excited.
said.
And we're going to talk to you possibly about giving away a ticket or something. We're going to do that offline. But check the Facebook of Renee Allen and Friends Show and Sisters for Sisters Network, and we'll see if we can give a ticket or two away. How about that, Lolita?
And I wanted also, if
Oh,
you don't
sounds
mind,
good.
yeah, because they can go and get tickets when they go online. You get $5 off and use the code LOVE.
Yeah.
Everybody,
That's right.
Thank you,
right.
Wyoming.
And tickets
So
are
we gotta do
available at
that.
Ticketmaster.com
Yeah.
or charged by phone.
And then the last thing I want to say, I got to give y'all the plugs. And I
Yes,
gotta tell
come
everybody.
on, Wyoming.
You all are going to be on, and they're going to be on. Alita with the cast is going to be on Fox 5
Oh,
this
all right.
Friday
Yes,
on Good
Friday
Day
morning,
DC
yeah.
at the 10A. So y'all make sure y'all watch the cast of Heads Over Heels.
And make sure
this
you give a
Friday.
plug to Renee Allen and
And
Friends on
Renee Allen and
WLVS.
Friends. Absolutely, my girl came through. Yes.
We will see you this weekend. God bless you, Lolita, and the All-Star cast.
Thank you.
We
God
love you
bless
so
We
much.
look forward to it.
All
Bye,
right.
Lolita.
Bye-bye.
God bless.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
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 Wyoming, thank you for that. I love women who inspire, empower, and connect people with people. And that's why I love Sisters for Sisters Network so much. Because the whole, what is it, the mantra?
Oh, women helping women to connect.
Women helping people, women to connect. That is, you said it all right there. Because what happens is, and we'll talk about this just until 7:30, is that women are evolving, and you're not the same woman you were at 20 that you were going to be at 30, 40,
right.
50. And what I want to tell even the women at 20 is that when you give, you receive, and so when you block and you hate, you block yourself.
It's like
So
having
it's
this
something,
open
yeah,
right
it's
here,
something you
right?
have to learn. But I want you to learn as early as possible so you can get the fruit of your trees that you're trying to grow.
And
so,
remember, it's not about them. It's about others.
yeah, so give it any last words, just, and then we can close out the segment.
Well,
Just
all
your
I can
last-
say, Renee, is thank you for the invitation to allow us to come here and share, because that's what it's all about.
Yes, ma'am. You are welcome, Peggy Morris. Sharon.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for having us. And, it was nice to do a little recap. So I think it was really a phenomenal day. And I'm just so glad that everyone came out. And thank everyone for coming as well.
And I just want to again thank you, my sister, Dr. Renee. We go way back a little
We
bit too.
do.
And I
Boo.
love you. You're such an awesome person. You're a great supporter, and I always everything that I've
likewise.
done, you supported me, and I can't thank you enough. And of course, I got to give a little plug for y'all to watch Four Sisters Live on VoxWave.com every Saturday, 12:30 on
my
VoxWave.com. Four Sisters Live. We have one of our sisters in the house over there, Linda.
Linda.
Powell came
Before we
in.
close out.
And we had
The only one
Charlene
missing
Day.
is Charlene, but here's Linda.
Yeah, and Linda's here.
And I sit in for
Day.
Charlene every now and then because she be
Yes.
busy too.
Yes, and she's on the road.
But here
You
she
sit
go.
in.
Come on, sister.
Yes,
Hey,
Linda.
how you doing, listeners out there? Hey, sister. Oh, Friday, you got to go
my
to your
God.
Wakanda experience. Chase the dream. We're gonna come out with your African attire and your formal attire, and we're gonna have an international affair, evening of cultures, and everyone's gonna be there. Yeah, you want to be there. That's the bottom line. You want to be there.
Year, right?
This is the third year.
Third year. Oh
This
my
is
God.
only our third year, and it's going to be at the
It really
Silver
does.
Spring Civic Building. You can park free at that big lot across the street. We're going to have African attire. We're going to have a fashion show, African fashion show, head wrap show. We're going to have drummers from Africa, from Ghana. We're going to have ambassadors from all over Africa, different ambassadors. We're going to have food. We're going to have dance. We're going to have DJ. We're going to party all night long,
night.
starting at 6:30.
Yes. Doors open at 6:30.
Doors open at 6:30, 7:30, plus a marketplace. You can buy all your wonderful wares from all over the world.
Get ready.
Get that shopping in.
Yes.
And at this time,
I
before
really
break,
bought
we're all
that.
going to say hi to Alina, her partner.
Alina.
McKenna. Helena McKenna, we love you. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with some of the Urban League's finest. Stay right there.
Well, it's not far down to paradise. At least it's not for me. But the wind is right, we can sail away. find tranquility. Oh, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe me. It's not far to Never, Never Land. No reason to pretend that if the wind is right, we can find the joy of innocence again. Oh, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe me. Sailing takes me away to where I've always heard it could be. Dreaming the wind to carry me. Soon I will be free. Fantasy, it gets the best of me when I'm sailing, yeah. All caught up in the reverie. Every word is a symphony. Won't you believe me? Sailing takes me away to where I've always heard it could be. Dreaming the wind to carry me. Soon I will be free.
Welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends show right here on WLVS, the largest online radio broadcast in the United States. I am sitting here with one of my favorites, and now I have two favorites since he's told me so much about this wonderful woman, but I would like you to introduce yourselves.
Hurry. Ladies first.
Thank you, Taurus. My name is Victoria Clark, and I am the president of the Northern Virginia Urban League Young Professionals Network.
And I am Tavares Floyd, the Director of Political Engagement for the Northern Virginia Urban League Young Professionals Network.
Yes. Well, Floyd and I go back a little ways, and so I know he is a wonderful man, and I know they are so blessed to have him a part of this wonderful organization. But tell us what this organization does.
We empower communities and change lives.
Just like that. Just like that.
Because that's what I'm talking about. So tell us a little bit more for people who don't know about the Urban League, especially the younger generation. What are some of the things you're doing or have done to affect the community?
Yes, we are a part of the National Urban League. We work under the Northern Virginia Urban League. And the Young Professionals Network is for people ages 21 through 40.
Okay.
We go into the community. We are boots on the ground. We go to the Carpenter Shelter in Alexandria, Virginia, and cook and serve hot meals to homeless families. We give out backpacks every year.
Come
we
on
have
now.
college survival every year to get the babies in school. We are everywhere in the community serving the needs of both of the community and our members, helping with things such as personal and professional development.
Now, you're the president. How long have you been president?
I've been president since December of 2017.
Wow, you a newbie. Almost a year.
Almost a year, yes.
So how do you feel? Have you been a part of it prior to becoming president, or you stepped right in and became president?
Well, I joined the organization as a regular member in the summer of 2014, as soon as I moved to the area.
Yes. Okay, so you had a little bit of a little treading going on before you took over the head kahuna.
Yes. I served as director of community service and then vice president, and then I stepped in the role as president.
Awesome. That's what we should have done with our actual president of the United States. You should have had a little bit of treading.
At least a little bit.
You know what?
Okay, I'm gonna let that go. So, and what about you?
Well, I've been involved with the National Urban League for quite some time. Actually, most of my work with the Urban League has been through the National Urban League with President Mark Morial and
Yes.
our senior vice president, and also now Ebony Baylor has moved on. She was special assistant to the senior vice president, but she is now the director of, I think the title is engagement. So most of my work came from the national, but I am currently the director of political engagement. And when I tell you we have the best of the best, you got two attorneys sitting right here.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah,
If I need some billable hours.
we like to think we know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we'll see if the viewers
Yeah, and
think the same thing.
young esquires, y'all. Young, yes, young, gifted, and black.
That's right.
Get excited.
That's right. That's right.
So, so look. Speaking of the political that you're the director of, is this what we're getting ready to do on October 11th? Is that your baby?
Oh, absolutely. We have such an amazing event that's coming up. October 11th is our political forum in Alexandria. And yours truly is on the program. Also, we have a wonderful, wonderful facilitator, everybody's favorite aunt, Reverend Marcia Dyson.
You know that's my girl.
And we're so excited about that. But we have a wonderful program set for people. We have a meet and greet that we're going to have for local candidates, and then immediately after that, we have a panel that's set up for our candidates that are on the national level. So all of the congressional candidates, Senate. Just a wonderful time for the community to come together, but also something with an important meaning. Something that's so pivotal and so critical at this moment. And you know, when you talk about politics is one of those things either most of the time people really like it or they really don't like it. But the reality is that, you know, our entire livelihood is surrounded by politics. And so politics is so very important for us to understand. And so my job is to educate people and to make sure that they're keen and they know what's going on. And so I tell people, you know, if you've never voted before, you need to register. You know, if you haven't been to vote for a while, you need to be at the polls. We have such an interesting, I'll just say that, political climate at this time. And so it's so very important for us in the midterm election that's coming up that we get to the polls and that we're showing up in big numbers. You know, if you voted for President Obama and you thought that was important, this is even more important.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You like to piggyback on that?
Yeah, if you have questions for your local elected officials, if you want to know about who's going to be on your school board, if you want to know about your trash pickup, then you need to be at this event. These will be local level candidates that you can talk to directly. This is the only event in Northern Virginia where you can meet and greet with local elected officials from everywhere in Northern Virginia. Manassas, Loudoun County,
Come on now.
Alexandria, Arlington. We are calling on candidates from everywhere. You can go on the website novapoliticalforum2018.eventbrite.com and see the list of candidates that are going to be there. And if your candidate, the person that you want to see and talk to, is not on that list, then you need to call their campaign headquarters and find out why they're not coming to the Urban League Political Forum. Because we have had some people decline, and maybe they think that they're not going to get any votes from the people from the Urban League and from Alfred Street Baptist Church, and we want to know why.
Yes, we do, and this is so important. I was actually on a call. Michelle Obama was on, and a few other people. Oh God, what was his name? Tom Hanks, and it was just like a week or so ago, and I saw the hashtag that you had. It was the same hashtag they used. My vote.
My voice, my vote.
Is that the
That's
same?
right.
The same
That's right.
thing.
Same campaign going on.
Yes. So let's talk about that, because they are really, like you said, on the boot with the boots on the ground, really working, and we know why we need this. So talk about that campaign and why you're a big part of it.
We're a part of it because if you do not use your voice, which is your vote, then you're letting someone else speak for you. And then you'll be on Twitter, on Facebook, talking about why this elected official is doing something that you don't like. And when you had a role in changing that, you could have done something about it at the election booth, and you decided to stay home, and you decided to let someone else make decisions for you, and now you have to live with it.
And so,
go ahead.
one of the things that we're doing with understanding when you're voting is to know the vote. So we not only want people to vote, but we want them to know the vote. So this is an opportunity for you to show up and for you to hear from candidates and for you to have a discussion with them, and for you to bring feedback to the table, and for us to hold them accountable. And one of the things I always tell people that we need a seat at the table. And so this is an opportunity for us to make sure that we're expanding on that, to make sure that we have a seat at the table. And we're going to have one as Urban League.
Oh, I believe it with the energy that I'm getting from both of you. And they say, I believe I'm going to say this correctly, if you don't have a seat, then you're on the menu.
That's right.
You know, which is not a good place to be. Let me ask you both a question. Being young professionals, both lawyers, involved in the community, what do you say to the older person, let's say over 60, 65, maybe even 70, who's just kind of given up, seen a lot, tired, burned out, and won't go to the polls? One of you can answer that. The other one would be, what do you say to the young person that's 18 to 25 who's YOLO in and just, you know, wasting time, and why that vote is important too? So,
Well, I would say to the older person that you got to remember it's not about you. Long after you're gone, the effects of your vote are going to live on. And your children are going to have to live with your vote or your lack of voting.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you need to really think about your family, think about your community, and the legacy you want to leave.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think the same thing rings true for the younger generation. You know, we're the generation of now, so what we do now will matter later. And so it's important for us to make sure that we're doing everything necessary now so that we can create a legacy for the people that have to come behind us. And not only that, you know, we have so many issues that are facing us right now that we need to deal with. And it will take all of us to deal with
All
that.
of us.
All of us. So I would say to all of the young people, you know, who think they have time to YOLO or whatever the case may be, you don't. You don't. You know, you can play later. You can play later.
Yes, my goodness. So with this event, do we have the flyer, Jacob, once again? This event, of course, again, Reverend Marcia Dyson, she's forwarding my book, Star Power. She's a close friend of my mentor, and she's going to be the moderator. I have the honor of introducing her, which I thank you both for allowing me to do that.
Thank you for coming.
And so, thank you. And so, where it's going to be is the Alfred Church in Virginia, right?
Alfred Street Baptist.
And it's kind of
The Alfred Street Baptist.
You better get there early because it will fill up.
Yes.
And you know, Renee, I forgot to mention that we're expecting the governor and the lieutenant governor will be there, and many, many other people.
Yes, we love Justin Fairfax, and he shows up for the Urban League.
Come
definitely.
on now. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, any last, did we, I don't know if he put up the flyer. Did you, Jacob? Did I miss it?
He did.
Oh, okay.
It was
so
there.
we put up one, not that one, the flyer for, well, all those are nice. But the flyer that's Maria Dyson, the flyer for the political forum, I believe it's like blue and has a circle of Maria Dyson. But as you look for that,
Maria Dyson, she gonna get you.
Oh,
Maria,
yes,
Maria Dyson.
No, Eric Dyson gonna get him. You see it? Do you see it? It should say political or no, but that's a good one too. There's so many great things coming up, but it should say political or Floyd or yeah. Well, anyway, as you're looking for it, let's talk about what you want to happen once this event has finished. What's next for the hashtag that you have on this? What's the hashtag again?
Hashtag My Voice, My Vote.
My voice, my vote. What's next after October 11th?
Well, first, we want you to make sure you vote. And there will be voter registration on site. So if you're not registered to vote, you can definitely get registered there. And then we want you to come and help get other people registered. You're registered. Is Cousin Tyrone registered? Are your friends registered? Yeah. You need to make sure you get people registered and that you bring people to the polls. A lot of people don't vote because they can't get to the voting booth. Maybe they can't get time off of work. You need to make sure you help your community get out there and vote.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to have the church van already reserved.
Yes, well, I thank you. And then what's another way for them to get a hold of you? To become a member, learn more about the Urban League, or to be at this historical event?
The website for the event is Nova Political Forum 2018.eventbrite.com. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at NVULYPN. And on Facebook, and our website is nvulypn.org.
Yeah.
We lit. They'll find us. We lit.
Yes, and
we
I'll be on my
everywhere.
Facebook too. So, well, thank thank you both so much for coming on. I will see you October 11th. I'm so proud of y'all, and this is going to be really epic.
Thank you for having us. We'll
You're
see
welcome.
you then.
Yes. Another break, and we'll be right back with who? Mr. Communicator, none other than Bob Path. Stay right with us. That was good.
To my mother, I wanna know have I made you proud. And to my father, I wanna know have I ever been a problem child. And to my pastor, I've been trying to be in church a little more. And to my lady, just have patience, God's still working on me now. I ask for forgiveness from anybody that I may have hurt wrong. I've done, but putting it behind me. There are some things I gotta get right. Loose ends need to be tied up. It's been a roller coaster ride, but I'm gonna hang on. I was thinking the other night, what if my life was being graded? What would it say on my progress report? What would it say on my progress report? I wonder what it would say. To all my teachers, thanks for taking extra time out with me. To my producer, thanks for keeping a young fella on the beat. And to the soldiers, going out there and risking your life for me. And to my lady, just have patience, cause God's still working on me now. I ask for forgiveness from anybody that I forgot to mention. Come and look at my long list. There are some things I gotta eventually get to you. Loose ends need to be tied up. It's been a roller coaster ride, but I'm gonna hang on. I was thinking the other night, what if my life was being graded? What would it say on my progress report? I know I've done more good than bad. Oh, I know, but for some reason I feel there's so much room for improvement. So I'ma go find those burnt bridges. There are some things I gotta get back up again. Loose ends need to be tied. I gotta tie it all up.
Welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends show right here at WLVS. I am sitting next to one of my favorite people in the world. It is Bob Path, and I call him Dr. Communicator, you know, the communicator. And he's known for so many things, but the book. Do we have that book, Jacob? Yes!
There it is.
I call that the Communication Bible.
Thank you. You're the best.
Yes. So tell him about you. Just those that don't know Bob. He's been here before, and he's a friend to the show. But yes.
And a friend of yours.
Yes,
and,
dear friend.
Oh my God, I love you to death. So thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
The book is my life story. As you know, I call it a transparent look at my life. And one of the things that I say, and you and I talk about this, the most important person we communicate with is who? Ourselves.
Yes, sir.
And we don't do a very good job of that, do we? And so the mission, really the story is to get people to talk to themselves. What do I want? How do I feel? You know, why did I do this? Why do I make these choices? And to own it and to be yourself and to be comfortable with who you are. Make choices out of that place. That's really what it's all about. And what I did, Renee, is I poured myself out in this book, and you know that.
You did.
So I talked about myself. All the names are out with the exception of the dedication to my children. And my priest called it my ministry. And so it's my love, it's my work. But it's really the experiences that I wanted people to relate to and connect to, because we can all relate and connect to stories.
Yeah. I love the book. I had the honor of like an Oprah Network type of interview in his beautiful home in Baltimore, where I had the exclusive on the book interview, and that was about 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, it was.
It was so fabulous. And what I love about not only Bob, but the book is the transparency. Just flat out, real deal, Holyfield. And we're going to talk about really why you're here today, which is because he's debuting his...
Can I do that?
Yes! Talk about why we're here. You tell him what we're getting ready to do.
So on Friday, I'm going to launch the Bob Path Show on WCBM, 680 AM in Baltimore, and you are going to be my first co-host.
Yes!
Nobody
am
better
so
to do
honored.
it. Nobody better than you. And so I'm so excited. It's going to be on Friday night. Every Friday night from 6 to 7. We've got a great drive time spot.
Yeah.
And it's exciting. And so we're going to tackle some important issues.
Yeah. Well, if you know Bob, and if you don't, go on to his Facebook, Bob Paff, Paff, because Bob has been for years just being real about things, particularly in Baltimore, from trash to the,
Crime.
Yeah, crime. And you had some experiences which are firsthand, and he was pretty open about that and how he felt, how the police treated him, just unjustly.
Yeah.
So we're going to really tackle some great subjects, right?
We are. Yeah. It's a call-in show. It's a talk show format, so we're going to have a lot of people calling in. And I really, somebody said the most informative hour in Baltimore, but I really want it to be, I want to give the people a voice. Yeah. I want people to call in. What bothers you? How do you feel? We're living in some very tough times and some very ugly times. Yes. And we need to rise up to do something about that, and that's really what the show's all about. It's bringing everybody together. It's about unification. You used one of my favorite words, transparency. Yes. Let's be transparent and put it out there. People look at me, they make assumptions, and they make judgments. You know the story.
Yes.
People are always shocked. One of my favorite sports expressions is, born on third base and act like you hit a triple. A lot of people look at you and think, you don't know what it's like to struggle.
Yeah. Yeah, they look at you and they see this.
Yeah.
And they think that you
this is kind of a mess right now, but they see that.
It's not a mess to us. So
But you're right.
Yeah.
They do. All they see, Renee, is the cover of the book. Mm-hmm. And unless they open it up and start reading, and then when they read, they say, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. And speaking of the cover of your book, which is Bam Boom Padow, when you open up that book and start reading it, it really touches everyone. You've had such a big life. And what I really, really, really adore about Bob is that he is a father. He's a single dad, and he's raising, along with boys, a girl who happens to be the
Two
youngest.
girls.
2 girls? Okay, I know the youngest
4 boys
one.
and 2 girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you are just, I only have one and it's rough. So to be a father, the only other father I know raising their children is Bruno Mazzali, who's another friend of mine. Mm-hmm. But you have 5. He has 2. We're the nurturers. You're the bring home the bacon, go out there and So it's very impressive to see great men raising their children.
You raise a good point. I want more men to be reading the book.
Yes!
One of the titles, I've got a couple more books I'm working on, is Real Men Wear Pink. And isn't it funny that I'm wearing pink
Come
today?
on now.
Men have emotions.
Yeah.
Men need to get in touch with their feelings and their emotions. Mm-hmm. And we hurt and we cry and we're sad and our hearts get broken and all those things. Men need to go there. Yeah. My most important job, Renee, because you've known me for a long time now, is being a father.
Yeah.
It's the job that I'm most proud of. I have 4 boys and I have 2 girls, and I was rushing here from Baltimore because I was at a soccer game for my son. He's a senior in high school.
I was like, Lord.
And I knocked over 3 old ladies on the way, but don't tell anybody. But because I was determined to get here, I said I got to get to Renee's show.
Thank you.
But first and foremost, I am a father. My father left when I was 10. It's in the book. Yeah. And I swore I wouldn't be that guy, and I'm not that guy.
Yes, glory to God. Yeah. I wish a lot more men would not be that kind of guy, And maybe this book and your new show.
And the show, we're going to talk about things like that, Renee.
Will motivate and inspire some of these men that may not know,
so.
And some that do know, but maybe you can change them around a little bit.
Maybe they're afraid to get in touch with that part, right? It goes back to that communicate with yourself. It's okay to feel that way. Yeah. And that's what we're going to talk about.
Well, another reason why I think, and of course I want your opinion, why men don't become so vulnerable, it depends on what type of woman they have. Because a lot of women, especially black women, we're so strong that I think we don't allow our men to really be vulnerable.
That's a great point.
Not all, but you know.
Some of my favorite words in a relationship: vulnerable, surrender, transparency. Mm-hmm. You have to feel safe in that relationship to really be yourself safe. Right, it's about safety.
That's how you have to feel.
And we can't attack people. But we have to articulate. This is what I want. Mm-hmm. This is how I feel. Nobody can rob you of your feelings.
Right. Come on now, Bob.
Right?
Yeah.
You and I could do another hour.
We're going to do an hour on Friday.
Nobody can rob you of your feelings. They can't say, well, Renee, you don't have the right to feel that way. Of course you do. Mm-hmm. It's your responsibility to articulate it. I say, I'm not responsible for what you hear. I'm only responsible for what I say.
My late father, Leith Douglas Frazier, told me that, and that's why I've been very vocal and very protective of my space and people around it since I left home at 17. So I really am looking forward to your show.
Yeah.
And please tune in. Tell them once again.
It is WCBM 680 AM, 410-922-6680. It's the second oldest station in Maryland, 30 years of talk radio, 6 to 7 Friday night. Call in. We want to hear from you. You and I are going to be doing this together. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of great guests. I'm trying to get maybe the governor on the show. We're going to have my hero Brooks Robinson on the show at some point. So we're going to reach out to grab some interesting people and talk about some.
Well, I'm looking
we're going to
forward
challenge some things. I live in Baltimore. I'm born in Baltimore. Baltimore's having lots of issues. And we need to rise up and deal with those issues, and that's what I want to do in this show.
They need you on the team. I'm glad that you're going to be a part of it. And I'll be leaving the radio station, having a ball, and going straight to Evening of Cultures in Silver Spring.
Ooh.
So make sure I get out on time.
That's right. We'll get you out there.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. You are just awesome. I love that we're partnering for your inaugural show. Thank you for the faith. I love you too. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. Until next Wednesday, stay safe. Much, much love. God bless.
Miss Renee Show. Hey, Miss Renee Show. Where we at on Miss Renee Show? I said where we at, y'all, on the Miss Renee.